Okay everybody, how you doing? My name is Mr. Blue Goo, and I'm just here to give you my take on the cannabis industry and the medical cannabis laws that are going on here in Northern California, also throughout the nation. For instance, we have Arizona. They're opening up their cannabis patient laws in April, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see their transition into the new cannabis laws. It's going to be really interesting because of the fact that they're on the border and they've been really adamant about not having any tolerance towards cannabis at all. So that's going to be interesting to see. On this segment and future segments to come, you'll see that I'll be doing a lot of reviewing of cannabis, especially medical grade cannabis. One of the reasons being is that there's some stuff out there that's really not been heard of a whole lot that's really great, and I'd like to feature some of that stuff. So if you know of an obscure cannabis medical grade that not a whole lot of people are using, yet you know for a fact that it's really good for pain or anxiety or something, drop me an email at mrbluegoo@gmail.com, and I'd really like to hear about it. Okay, for instance, this is Blue Goo. It's a hybrid sativa dominant, and it's really good. It's very fruity. It's got a blueberry flavor, yet it has a like bubblegum, almost cotton candy exhale aftertaste. It's really delicious, very crystally and sticky. The THC content on here is very high. Also, it does relieve pain and anxiety, and will if you smoke pipe load after pipe load of this, even though it's sativa dominant, it will lock your ass to the couch, guaranteed. And this is Blue Goo. Now I know that a lot of people have heard of Blue Dream, you know, and I believe there may be some Blue Dream here somewhere along its lines, but I'm not quite sure. It's a very obscure bud. I've been growing it for quite a while, yet get inconsistent stories on its lineage. So if you know anything about Blue Goo, like I said, drop me an email at mrbluegoo@gmail.com and let me know what your take is on Blue Goo. So that's what we'll be doing on segments and these next segments to come. Also, if you need tips on how to grow, I've been in the game for a while and I may be able to help you with that. So if you want to learn how to get started, or if you need some help on maybe there's a problem with your garden, not a problem. It doesn't hurt to ask, and it doesn't hurt to ask multiple people, but you know, stick to one thing. Once you get the advice, make one decision and stick with it. For example, I have an indica right here that's really beautiful. It is a beautiful purple, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful and green and lush that is. This was grown from a clone. It's almost ready to be flipped over to 12 by 12, and I mean, we've cropped it already, so this thing's actually getting bushy in between. It's going to be a beautiful plant, and the buds on this purple are really dense, and I would say it's a medium to high yielder only because of the heavy bud that it produces. Delicious. Oh my gosh, it has this creamy purpley taste to it. It's so good. Now another thing that we're going to be doing in this segment is going and checking out a grow here in Northern California. Somebody's giving us permission to go and check out their personal grow. Now this is a medical cannabis patient, and he stays within his limits, but I particularly like this grow because it shows what you can do with limited space. This is just a one room in a house that was converted into a grow, and because he didn't have the room to have multiple chambers, like different rooms and that kind of thing, he actually was quite creative in what he did to be able to do what he does. So let's go over there and check that out, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, and then we'll come back and I'll discuss a few things about Arizona law. How's that? Okay, so let's go check it out.